Morning doesn't fade away since you rolled the stone that day. Light has found a place to stay, and it's here within my days. Every shadow left behind, every fear erased in time. What was once a fragile flame now is steady in your name. I can feel it in my soul, something deeper taking hold. Not a moment passing by without life that will not die. This is everlasting morning, where the night has lost its place. I am standing in your glory, held forever in your grace. This is everlasting morning, and it's shining deep in me. Every breath becomes a worship, every heartbeat finally free. What comes ahead, you have walked where I have tread, and the path you made is clear. I am safe because you're here. Every promise still remains, flowing softly through my veins. What you started you will keep, even in my quiet sleep. This is everlasting morning, from the grave into the light. From the dark into new life. I will carry what you've done till my days on earth are done. This is everlasting morning, and my soul will always sing. Jesus, you are life eternal, you are my forever King. I was standing in the valley low, carrying pain I couldn't let go. Every prayer felt far away, every night became my day. But you whispered through the stone, you are never here alone. Then the ground began to shake and my heart began to wake. You turned my grave into glory, rewrote my broken story. What I thought was the end, you made new again. You turned my shame into praise, lifted me out of the grave. Now I live just to say you made a way. Ooh. They thought the story ended there. Stone was sealed with silent prayer. Darkness wrapped the world in grief. Hope was buried underneath, but heaven never lost control. There was fire within the soul. What was hidden came to light. Love was moving through the night. He walked out alive, broke the power of the night. Every promise still remains. Now we're free from every chain. He walked out alive, turned the cross to endless life. Now the grave is just a door. We are captive nevermore. Same power that arose now is healing what I hold. Fear has lost its voice in me. Grace has written destiny. What was dead has come alive by the risen King inside. He walked out alive. Now my soul will testify. What was darkness now is light. He has won the final fight. Thought the story ended there. Stone was sealed with silent prayer. Darkness wrapped the world in grief. Hope was buried underneath, but heaven never lost control. There was fire within the soul. What was hidden came to light. Love was moving through the night. He walked out alive, promise still remains. Now we're free from every chain. He walked out alive, turned the cross to endless life. Now the grave is just a door. We are captive nevermore. They thought the story ended there. Stone was sealed with silent prayer. Darkness wrapped the world in grief. Hope was buried underneath, but heaven never lost control. There was fire within the soul. What was hidden came was written destiny. What was hidden came to light. Love was moving through the night. He walked out alive, broke the power of the night. Every promise still remains. Now we're free from every chain. He walked out alive, turned the cross to endless life. Now the grave is just a door. We are captive, nevermore. I remember broken days, lost inside my own mistakes, but the same power that arose now is healing what I hold. The fears, but heaven never lost control. There was fire within the soul. What was hidden came to light. Love was moving through the night. He walked out alive, broke the power of the night. Every promise still remains. Now we're free from every chain. He walked out alive, turned the cross to endless life. Now the grave is just a door. We are captive, nevermore. They thought the story ended there. The stone was sealed with silent prayer. Darkness wrecked the world in grief. Hope was buried underneath the heaven never lost control. There was fire within. 3 nights silence held the sky. Hope was hidden, dreams ran dry. Tears were falling with no sound. Love was buried in the ground. But the dawn began to breathe. Light was waking underneath. Every shadow had to move. Heaven made the grave its proof. When the morning touched the stone, death had lost what it had on. Mercy stepped into the day, and rolled every fear away. He lives again. Hope is rising from the end. Oh, what was lost is found in grace. where the broken night had rolled. Tears were resting on the ground. Then a different sound was found. Soft as wind but strong as grace. Hope was breathing in that place. What was sealed could not remain. Love was stronger than the pain. Light stepped into where he lay, and the darkness slipped away. Every fear began to fade when the stone was moved that day. And now my soul begins to rise with the dawn before my eyes. What was buried lost its claim. Nothing ever stays the same. You are life within my breath. You have silenced even death. And the garden sings again. Love has spoken. Now I stand. There was weight inside the air, like a question hanging there. Every heartbeat slow with doubt. Every voice had faded out. But beneath the stillness deep, there was promise, I'm not asleep. Something turning in the ground, even when no hope was found. In the silence, broken light, not with noise but quiet might. And the stone that held the end opened like a breath again. Now I feel it in my chest, a new rhythm, gentle rest. What was lost is found, is a way into everlasting day. I am not who I was then. Grace has called me back again, from the shadow into flame. Love has whispered out my name. I remember heavy skies, questions living in my mind. Nothing felt like it would change. Everything just stayed the same. But the night can never hold what was written long ago. Even in the deepest place, there was movement under grace. Hope woke up inside the grave. rolled the fear and doubt away. What was locked began to breathe. Life was waking underneath. Now I see a different view. Every word you said is true, and the weight I used to know doesn't follow where I go. I am walking in the light, not afraid of any night. What was dead is gone for good. Now my heart has understood. They sealed the night with heavy hands. Thought it closed what you had planned. Every eye had turned away from the silence of that day. But the ending wasn't real, just a moment you would heal. Even when it looked complete, life was waiting underneath. Stone was never meant to stay. It would always move one day, not to let you walk outside, but to show you're still alive. Now I step into that truth. Every promise breaking through. What was closed is open wide, and I'm standing in new light. No more fear to hold me still. No more weight I cannot feel. You have changed the way I see. Now your life is part of me. The night was long, I felt the weight. Every second whisper, wait. Hope was quiet, barely there, like a fading distant prayer. But somewhere deep beneath the stone, love was moving all alone. What I couldn't see or feel was already turning real. Light broke through the darkest place, touched the ground with silent grace. Every shadow had to run from the rising of the sun. Now I breathe a different air. Freedom found me unaware. What I feared has lost its voice. Now my heart has made its choice. was waiting in the dark, holding pieces of my heart. Every step felt incomplete, standing still on broken streets. Then a whisper filled the air, something new was forming there. Not in noise but soft and slow, like a truth I'd come to know. Breath of the morning came, calling out my name again. Every fear began to fade in the light that you were made. Now I'm walking without chains, no more echoes of the pain. What was lost has been restored by the mercy of the Lord. I don't live the way I did, I don't hide the way I hid. Grace has written something new. Now my life belongs to you. I was lying in the doubt, with no strength to climb out. Every thought was pulling down, like a weight I couldn't drown. But the stone began to shift, and my soul began to lift. What I thought would be the end opened into life again. I'm not buried anymore, person I was before. Every chain is on the floor. I'm not buried anymore. Now I see a clearer way. There is light inside my day, even when the shadows call. I don't listen to them all. You have pulled me from the deep, gave my restless heart some peace. Now I stand in something true. Every step is close to you. There's a place I used to stay, where the light had gone away. Every wall was closing in, every breath was wearing thin. But that place is empty now. Something shifted, I don't know how. What was once a silent grave couldn't hold what love had made. Where the stone was, there is light. Where the fear was, now is life. What was sealed has opened wide, and I'm standing here alive. I can feel it in my chest, something different, something fresh. Not the same I used to be. Now your spirit lives in me. I won't go back to that ground where the silence was so loud. I have seen what you can do. Now I'm walking into truth. Friday held the weight of loss, silent tears beneath the cross. Every dream felt torn apart. Heavy shadows filled my heart. They laid hope inside the ground. Rolled the stone without a sound. Heaven watched but did not sleep. There were promises to keep. Even in the waiting still, you were working through your will. What I thought was over then was the start of life again. You are risen in the light, breaking through the longest nights. Every fear has lost its place, standing in your endless grace. You are risen, I believe, breathing life inside of me. What was dead has come alive. Now I'm living in your light. No. Morning came without a sound. Golden rays touched holy ground. Something shifted in the air. Hope was rising everywhere. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where the stone had stood before, there was nothing anymore. Just an empty place, the proof love had done what love would do. You are risen in the light. Now my heart cannot deny what my soul has realized. You have turned my fear to faith. Rolled the darkness far away. Every chain has hit the ground. Freedom is the only sound. I will sing it loud and clear. You are alive. You are here. You are risen in the light, forever shining through my life. Every breath will testify. Jesus, you are still alive. I was walking through the night, trying hard to find the light. Every road felt incomplete. No more strength left in my feet. Carrying the weight of shame, calling out but none will change. Till I heard you call my name. Everything was not the same. You stepped into my broken space, covered me with endless grace. What I couldn't do alone, you rewrote, you made it whole. You are alive in me tonight, burning like a holy fire. Every chain has come undone by the power of the sun. You are alive, I feel you now. Every fear is breaking down. What was lost is found in thee. made brand new. No more running from the past. I have found a love that lasts. Every scar has found its place, covered by amazing grace. What was once a shattered soul now is finally feeling whole. There is nothing I should fear. If you walked out of that grave, then your power's living here. Let it rise inside my chest. Let it put my heart to rest. I will sing it endlessly. You are life inside of me. You are alive in me tonight. You are, you are alive in me tonight. Shining through the darkest night. Every breath belongs to you. Everything you said is true. They thought it ended in the grave, sealed in silence, cold and gray. But the story wasn't done. Love was waiting for the dawn. Every tear that filled the night was about to meet the light. Every fear I held inside would be gone when you would rise. I can feel it in my soul. You are making broken whole. What was buried now can breathe. There is life awakening. The stone was rolled for me, so my heart could finally see that your love has made a way, and it's still alive today. The stone was rolled for me. Now I walk in victory. Every chain has been released. Now my soul has found its peace. I remember all the pain, all the loss, the hidden shame. But you took it on that day when they rolled the stone away. Now the grave is just a sign of the power in your life, and the same power in you is alive in me right now. The stone was rolled for me, not just so that you could rise, but to open up my eyes Every breath will always say, you have rolled my past away. There was silence in the air, like no answer anywhere. Every heartbeat slow and weak, every prayer I couldn't speak. Darkness covered every sound. Hope was nowhere to be found. Still beneath it something moved, something deeper, something true. You were working in the deep, promises you always keep, even when it felt delayed. You were making a new way. Love broke the silence, shattered every lie, opened up the darkness, let the light inside. Love broke the silence, now my soul can sing. Nothing stands against you. Risen King of Kings. Now I hear a different sound. Grace is echoing around. What was once a heavy place now is filled with living grace. Every chain has lost its hold, every story you rewrote. What was buried in the past doesn't have to last. Love broke the silence. You spoke life into the grave, rolled the stone and made a way. Now the same voice calls my name, and I'll never be the same. Oh, love broke the silence. Now I'm standing free. Every part of who I am belongs to victory. Friday felt like everything broke. Every promise turned to smoke. Silence filled the space between what was lost and what could be. Tears were falling through the night. Nothing seemed to make it right. Hope was buried out of sight, hidden far from any light. But heaven never lost control. There was movement in the soul, even when I couldn't see. You were writing victory. Sunday came through, just like you said it would do. Brought the light into the dark, breathed new life. Now the morning feels alive, like a second chance to rise. Every shadow fades away in the power of your name. What I thought was final loss turned to glory at the cross. Now I stand in something new, all because of what you do. Sunday came through. Hey, if you made the grave release, you can speak the storm to peace. Oh, if you turn the night to day, you can roll my fear away. Sunday came through. Sunday came through. Sunday came through. Sunday came through. Friday. Friday felt like everything broke. Friday felt like Friday felt like everything broke. Friday felt like everything. Friday felt like everything broke. 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 Every promise turned to smoke. Friday felt like everything broke. Friday felt like everything broke. Friday felt like everything broke. Every promise turned to smoke. Friday felt like everything broke. Friday promise turned to smoke. Friday felt like everything broke. Every promise turned to smoke. Silence filled the space between what was lost and what could be. Tears were falling through the night. Nothing seemed to make it right. Hope was buried out of sight, hidden far from any light. But heaven never lost control. There was movement in the soul, even when I couldn't see. You were writing victory. Sunday came through. Sunday came through, just like you said it would do. Brought the light into the dark, with new life into my heart. Sunday came through. Sunday came through. Now I see the truth in you. What was dead is not the same. You have overcome the grave. Friday felt like everything broke. Every promise turned to smoke. Silence filled the space between what was lost and what could be. Tears were falling through the night. Nothing seemed to make it right. Hope was buried out of sight, hidden far from any light. But heaven never lost control. There was movement in the soul, even when I couldn't see. You were writing victory. Sunday came through. felt like Friday, felt like everything broke. Every promise turned to smoke. Silence filled the space between what was lost and what could be. Tears were falling through the night. Nothing seemed to make it right. Hope was buried out of sight, hidden far from any light. But heaven never lost control. There was movement in the soul, even when I couldn't see. You were writing victory. Sunday. I was stuck in yesterday, all the weight I couldn't shake. Every step felt like a chain, pulling me back into pain. Then I heard a quiet call, not too loud, but through it all, something deep began to grow, something I had never known. You were closer than I thought, fighting battles I had fought, even in my weakest place. I was covered by your grace. Rise within me, let your power breathe. Every broken part of me find its life in thee. Rise within me, let your spirit move. Turn my fear into a flame, burning just for you. Now I'm walking in the light, not afraid of any night. What was holding me before doesn't know me anymore. Every chain has been undone by the power of the sun. Now I feel it in my soul, finally becoming whole. Rise within me, let your power breathe. Then I know I can be changed. Let your life awaken mine. Let your truth rewrite my time. Rise within me. There was a weight I couldn't move, buried deep in all I knew. Every fear was holding tight, every day felt like the night. But the ground began to shake, like something was about to break. What was sealed could not remain. Love was stronger than the chain. I can feel it shifting now. Something's different all around. What was locked is opening, like a brand new beginning. The grave let go, and I felt it in my soul. What was buried came alive when you stepped into my night. The grave let go. Now I finally know nothing has the final say when you roll the stone away. without that weight. No more fear to navigate. Every step is something new. Every breath is close to you. Was once a place of pain. Now it's freedom in your name. In the past I used to hold doesn't have control. Let go. You didn't just rise alone. You called me to come home. Now I step into that space, face to face, we're living grace. The grave let go. The grave let go. Now my heart can finally grow. Every chain has lost its claim. I will never be the same. Hope felt lost, the night was born. Every voice began to fade as they sealed him in the grave. But heaven held a deeper plan, written long before it began. What looked like the final breath was the breaking point of death. Feel the ground begin to shake, every chain about to break. What was buried won't remain. Power's running through the grave. The King has risen. Step out of the grave. Light has broken. Nothing stays the same. Oh, the King has risen. Every breath in me will cry, you are alive.
There was trembling in the ground before anyone around knew the silence wouldn't stay. Something turned the night to day. Every shadow felt the shift. Every burden started to lift. What was locked began to move. What was lost became the proof. Hear the sound of freedom rise, breaking through the darkest skies. What was ending now begins. Life is stronger than the end. Victory woke up when the storm rolled away. Every chain broke at the break of the day. Victory woke up, now my soul can breathe. Same power living alive inside of me. Now I walk a different road, free from every heavy load. What I carried once before doesn't weigh me anymore. I can feel it in my chest, like a fire, like a rest. Everything has been restored by the power of the Lord. Victory woke up. If you walked out of the grave, you can change me, you can save. If you turn the night to dawn, then my hope is never gone. Victory woke up. Victory woke up.
It wasn't loud, it wasn't fast, just a moment meant to last. Morning came in gentle light, breaking softly through the night. No thunder, no roaring sound, just peace resting on the ground. Where the stone had been before, there was fear and nothing more. Then I felt it in my soul, something making broken whole. Not in power I could see, but in quiet mystery. In the quiet you rose, in the stillness you showed that your love never left. Even here in the cold, in the quiet you move. In the silence you prove that the grave has no hold, and your mercy renews. Now I sit inside your grace, no more need to run or chase. Every breath is soft and new. Oh, all my peace is found in you. Nothing rushing, nothing loud, just your presence all around. And I finally understand, life is resting in your hand. In the quiet you rose, and my soul finally